Hi, I'm Kathy, and I have been an art teacher for more than 20 years. My website, Art Project for Kids, has helped me reach millions who want to learn how to draw, and I hope this new YouTube channel can reach even more. Please try out one of my videos, and if you like it, hit that red subscribe button and that little notifications bell so that you can be the first to find out when I post something new. And now, on to today's drawing lesson. Today's lesson is about drawing buildings. Let me show you how. I've used this building project to introduce second graders to 3D drawing for many years. It teaches them how to turn a square into a cube, which often matches their math curriculum as well. Projects that do double duty are always a plus. To collect your art supplies, you need a sheet of drawing paper, a pencil with an eraser, a black marker, and some crayons. If you want to follow along with a printed set of directions, this tutorial comes from my Draw a Building lesson on my website. Before you begin your drawing, it helps to make some centered guidelines on your paper. By simply folding and creasing your paper in half in both directions, you'll be able to easily see where that center line is. Not to worry, it will disappear by the time you are done coloring. Step number 1, draw the ground line about here. Go slowly to see how straight you can make it. Step number 2, I'm going to start my buildings with a large rectangle here, which sits on that ground line. I'll add another building to the right. Please note that it shares a side with the first building. This is important because your drawing may get confusing if your buildings are all separated. Add another building. I want mine to have a variety of sizes, so this one is going to be smaller. The last building is going to be large and tall, just to mix things up a bit. Step number 3, to draw the sides of the buildings, add a 45-degree angle on all the corners I just pointed to. Make sure the lines all go in the same direction and all look about the same length. Step number 4, now I'll draw the backs of these buildings. Start on the left and connect all those corners with horizontal and vertical lines. Draw slowly, trying to make them all as parallel to the fronts as possible. Step number 5. Okay, time to add some fun building details. I'll begin with the building on the left and add a double door and 2 rows of windows above it. Step number 6. The next building is getting doors and windows as well, but this time I'll add some round shapes too, so I have some more variety. That small building is just going to have some windows, maybe a double pane this time. Step number 7. That last building is getting a door with an awning above it. I think I'll make the windows a little different, maybe tall and skinny this time. Step number 8. A nice cityscape drawing could always use some trees, and I have room for one right here. The horizon line gets added behind it, as well as a cloud and a sun in the sky. Step number 9. The drawing is done, so it's time to trace all those lines with a black marker. Not only will it make them show up better, it will make them easier to color too. Oops, I spy some doorknobs that I forgot to add earlier. When the tracing is done, it's nice to go over it quickly with an eraser to get rid of any extra pencil lines that are still showing. Now it's time to color. I like this raspberry color for my first building. The next building is going to be a dark orange. I'll press hard so the color shows up really well. And that little building is getting a dark purple color. The big building on the right is going to be a bright red. I've picked colors that I know will have some contrast to my blue sky, so they show up and won't blend in with the background. The building details, including the doors, also need a little bit of color. The tree gets filled in too, along with the grass around it. I'm coloring my road in front a dark gray so it looks like pavement. And the sun gets colored a nice yellow. Now I'll fill in the sky a pretty blue. Pressing hard and coloring slowly always makes your drawing look as nice as it can be. A final tip for the windows: try adding just a scribble of blue in each. It's what the professionals do to make it look more like a reflection. And there you have it, a finished building drawing. I hope you've learned that it's not that hard to make it look 3D once you have learned how. Thanks for following along with me, and I hope you've enjoyed this building drawing project.